yesterday. Don't y'all stop. Let me tell y'all what happened yesterday. Now, yesterday, remember, I was in a debacle with the new school. I got home, like I said yesterday, and I reached out to the superintendent. Um, I contacted another school district. You know, schools in the suburbs be like zone 9, zone 8. They don't have like first and last names like in the city schools. They don't have like Mary McLeod Bethune, Malcolm X. You know, schools in the city have a first and a last name. A lot of times you live in the suburbs, they be like zone 12, zone 9, zone 2, area 50, area 50. They have zones and level and stuff like that, weird names to the school. So I reached out to who I thought was over the superintendent over this school. Somebody contact me back like, no, this is the wrong suburb. You looking for this suburb, whatever, right? So I called somebody and they gave me the superintendent over this school's email. So I emailed her, and I also emailed the school. The lady I've been emailing back and forth the whole process to get him in the school or whatever. So I email her. I say, do you happen to have the superintendent's info? I appreciate it if you pass it on to me, please, and thank you. I didn't get a respond back. When I asked for the superintendent from the school he went to yesterday, I didn't get a reply. So whoever had reached out to me and gave me the superintendent direct email, and I looked it up, she had just been sworn in as superintendent of that school maybe in March or April or something like that. So I reached out to her via email. But let me tell you, I reached out to the school as well. The lady over the school or whoever at the front desk. I say, do you have the superintendent's info? She didn't email me back. Another weird thing they did that I didn't like, all our corresponding emails between me and the school, it comes to my primary email. Now, you got a primary, you got a junk mail, you got a promotion email, you got a social email. I'm saying all categories under one email. This particular email, it was from the school, but it went to my junk mail. But I checked all 4 of my inboxes, all 4 of them. So this came under the junk or the spam or something. So it said, important message. Tomorrow, the school is having a lockdown. The school is having a lockdown for at the school. So all of a sudden, when Samaje get there, y'all having a lockdown. A lockdown is where they ring all type of loud bells, and if a child has autism, ADHD, and they don't have headphones, that will set them off the ringer. That will set them up a wall. All them loud ass bells, people panicking, being shoved in a corner, all that would drive Samaje wild. But my thing is, why y'all didn't send it to my primary email? It came through as a spam, and it's like if I wouldn't have checked my spam or my junk mail, I would never seen the email. Number 2, what had happened last night, I'm on the phone with Samaje's old seeker. Me and her stay in contact, She loves Samaje and we love her. So I'm on the phone with her. I get a phone call. Hey. I'm on the phone with her. I get a phone call. So I finish up the phone call with his old seeker, and I called the number back. Now, mind you, this is at 8:30 9 o'clock last night, I checked my voicemail. It's the vice principal of the new school he went to yesterday. So when she said she was the vice principal and left all her quote unquote credentials on my voicemail again, I called her back. Now listen to this, y'all. Listen to this. Me and that lady stayed on the phone almost until 10 o'clock. Now we having a phone conversation. The vice principal of the new school then called me. She like, I had lost all my emails. I had the tech guy come and see if he can retrieve my emails, because I think I just had emailed you about Samaj's IEP. I didn't get a chance to read it, and I called you back. That's when I called you back Monday, so you can bring it up here. And she was like, I could tell you're a great mother, because when I came back from lunch, his IEP was on my desk. I said, yeah, as soon as you called me, I'm right down the street from the school. I came up to the school and brought it to the front desk so they can make a copy of it. This was Monday. This is what she's asking me. Now I told you, now the IEP is 50 pages thick. If a person doesn't want to read it, they blankly don't care about what your child needs. She's talking to me, I want to get an understanding from you of what Samaj needs and what he likes, because right now we only have 5 kids in that classroom. We don't have a seeker. We don't have, you know how other people are in place in Samaj's old school, which we're on the way to right now. It's maybe 2 seekers to each kid. It may be like 10 kids in Samaj classroom, but they got 2 seekers between them. So you mean to tell me y'all got 5 special needs kids in the classroom and no seeker in there? Dangerous, 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 dangerous situation. So she's saying, I'm reaching out to your school, to his old school, to talk to his old teacher and his psychiatrist and his therapist, lady, so I can go back in and change something on. No, you're never finna go back in and change anything on my son's IEP. You don't know him. You've been around him for a day. Those people have been around him for years and years and years and years at a time. They know Samaj inside out, upside down. It's never been an incident at his school. They never had to call. Well, I'll say they called me one day, because I guess they miscounted the students, or he was somewhere else, gone with his, walking around school with his seeker. So they did call me one day and was like, he was absent, and I panicked and I went up to the school. They was like, no, Samaj is right here, let me go get him for you. But other than that, of years of him being in school, nothing ever happened. So she like, yeah, I want to reach out to his old school and talk to his teachers and talk to his psychiatrist. You don't need to reach out to shit. Everything you need to know is in this little book of his called this IEP. And I think you called me at home, in a home setting, so you can pick me, so you can hear what's going on in my background, so you can quote unquote gain my trust and act like what's in the best interest of Samaj when you're trying to be motherfucking nosy. And she said, yeah, I know where you live at. And she, after saying like the number, like say if I stay 1, 2, 3, 4, she said, yeah, I know exactly where you live at. You live 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wow. Then she got to telling me how she got divorced, and only reason she stayed in the marriage so long is because her husband had a son with autism, and at least she stayed until the child was 21, and he didn't get potty trained till he was 11 and 99. And see, people will do that. So it's like she was telling me her story. She thought I was gonna open up and tell her my story. Listen, I am not one of those parents that does not know what goes on with somebody that's ADHD. My son has gotten the best therapies. since he was 9 months old. He used the therapy started taking place then. Speech, OT, DT, they was coming to the house when he was 9 and 10 months old. When I first figured out he wasn't responding to his name, at 2 he got diagnosed, and everybody was like, Angie, where did you go? Who do you know to get? I'm still on the waiting list. I have been there for my child 100%. So I'm not one of those moms where you can tell your child's strengths and weaknesses and they'll break down. No, that's not what you're going to want to do to me. What do you need to reach out to his old school for? That's why it's so important to read his IEP. I gave him these blocks and he threw them. He doesn't like those. He only likes the magnetic blocks. He only likes certain things. How I knew my son didn't want to go back to that school, he hid his phone, for one. I couldn't find his phone. When I put him to sleep last night, I looked high and low for his phone. Couldn't find it. Samaje, y'all know how Samaje is over that phone and or tablet. He would have never hid his phone. I can't find it. I don't know where it is. I only had a little time, maybe 5 minutes, to find the phone. 2, I woke him up. He went into a hysterical panic. Started jumping up, crying. He don't want to go back to that school. I'm not going to take him back to that school. They called me from his old school yesterday and said he was absent. Baby, here you go. Get y'all's child. I have to do what I have to do to take him to the school. It was hurting my back, breaking my back, but oh well. I got to do what I got to do to make my son feel comfortable. Now, the shoes he had on yesterday, y'all saw how my son was dressed. I dress him immaculately every day. I don't have a problem with it, but see, this was a test. I put him on the old school Reeboks. I said, I ain't gonna let him go in there and fit the stigma of, African American kids. He ain't gonna jump down with the Jordans with the 23s now. I'm gonna put him on, old school Reeboks. Baby, listen. When I get my son today, both of those Reeboks were destroyed. They were destroyed. Someone had peeled the Reeboks, detached the sole from the Reeboks. Like they peeled the sole, whatever you call the rubber from the shoe. My son would have never did that. Now, by us staying in a condo and we have carpet, any and everywhere Samaje goes, he's going to take his shoes and his socks off, because I taught him that when we walk in our condo. Take your shoes off. So he don't care where he at. He going to take them shoes and them socks off, because it's just a habit from home training. So I know once Samaje got in that classroom, he took his shoes and his socks off. He doesn't know how to put his shoes back on nor tie his shoes. So one of y'all, I'm not going to use any profanity today. One of y'all disrespectful Bamas tried to be funny and pulled the soles back on my son's shoes, because he owns at least 30 pairs of shoes. He would never sit there and destroy any of his shoes. He's going to take them off and leave them. Who peeled back the sole? Now, y'all saw him yesterday, how I dressed them. Them were brand new shoes out the box. He would have never sat there and peeled the sole off the bottom of it. They did that at that school. Another thing the vice principal was talking to me over an hour about is how she got OCD. Oh, I got OCD. Oh, I got OCD. Oh. If you guys don't know what OCD is, it's when you don't like stuff out of place. You like stuff a certain way, clean, tidy. You don't like stuff out of place. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people be compulsive at it. Some people be a germaphobe. But what I get is she was trying to call me OCD because my son be top tier. I be top tier every motherfucking day. I might not even wear that shit again, but I'm gonna make sure it's washed and fold. Like all the stuff y'all see me going through when I unpack, the shit look brand new, because even if I wore it one time, it's gonna always and forever look brand new. That's just how I am. So her bringing up that OCD shit, oh, I think you wanted me to join in and say, yeah, I have a problem with it. No, I don't, bitch. I'm just clean. I don't have to explain myself by wanting to be clean and wanting to have my son clean. And I just think I don't have to explain myself. I don't. She just brought up a whole bunch of stuff. And my thing is, what does this have to do with Samaje and Samaje's best interest? That you want to be nosy. Now, the school Samaje, well, he going back to that school today. I'm going to tell you that. We're on our way back to the old school. Hey, they ain't going to say a word. They not going to say a word. Trust me. He went to a new school yesterday. We back at the old school today. And I bet you they don't say a word because they love Samaje and I. They ain't gonna say. They might say, oh, we missed him yesterday. We were him yesterday. But let me tell you something. If the transfer truly went through, I wouldn't have got a call from his old school and said Samaje had an unexcused absence today. Well, I'll tell you one thing. He won't have an unexcused absence today because he's going to be back there, because I got to go to court. I got to really pull a big one, a fast one, and drop him off and be downtown at court for this. For a bunch of dumb stuff. But anyway, yeah. Another thing, if my son just started in that school, and y'all see he wasn't used to the school, the lady was like, yeah, he was climbing on stuff. Yeah, he was trying to get away from us. Yeah, first of all, because y'all probably took him out of the classroom. I said, where were he? Where was he when he was doing? Oh, he was in my office, and I have a spent. Just prove my point right, lady. Instead of him being in the classroom, y'all got my son like he's a spectacle and a circus freak act in your office, which probably upwards of 5 to 10 teachers or other administration came in there, where it was a child in your office. That means y'all don't have sufficient enough people there to meet his needs. He needs to be in the classroom, and he needs a seeker. Now, if y'all don't want to hire somebody at that school to do their job, he won't be back. He will not be back. He's going to school. He's going to his old school. And I'm politely go where I'm going and don't have to worry about an F thing. If my son went there yesterday, it was a bad experience. He cried. He just cried for an hour. I can show you his face. He do not want to go back to that school. I won't make you go back to that school, because it's going to spiral out of control. If I make him go to that school, he can potentially hurt himself or hurt somebody. They're very strong. Kids with autism, special needs kids, very strong. Very. He don't want to go. I'm not gonna make him go. Is it? Now, as far as her calling me, trying to talk to me for an hour, lady, I don't trust anybody. You trying to talk to me so I can let my guards down, and you want to ask me a whole bunch of other questions that doesn't not have to do with his schooling whatsoever. You're telling me about your divorce, how many years you've been, and lady, I'm qualified. I got 2 associates. If y'all want to hire somebody, hire me. I can be a seeker. I can be, but y'all don't want to do y'all job. Y'all like it how it is in the suburb. You guys don't want to change it. You guys don't want nobody up in there, fighting for their child. The school that the principal came out, I told you guys, she said, oh, we're just trying to see if he's a good fit for this school, and if he doesn't do well, we're going to send him to the other school. So I'm a good listener. What was the name of that school? What did I do? Called that school. I'm going to call them again. Went online. Bam. Did the registration for that school. Because you know why? The VP on my phone last night. Oh, I done reached out to the principal of the school that he really needs to be in several times. She won't call me back. Let me tell y'all how smart I am. When I researched the school that they're talking about sending him to, dig this. By that school he went to yesterday is the only school in the suburb district where I am. He has to register in that school beforehand, then register him in that school. So while you telling me you reaching out to the principal, that ain't even how the game go. I read online. Hold on, let me get my glasses on. So you mean to tell me, long as he registered in that suburb, in that school district, then I can register him at the appropriate school where he needs to be placed. But he has to go through that school. So instead of you telling me, Angie, go online or call them or do the registration online, you sitting up there telling me that you calling the principal. You calling the principal or even pretending to call the principal, that's not going to get him in that school. I got to do my due diligence like I found out and register him myself so they can give me a call, just like no problem, baby. Just like I called them and did it online for him to get in that school. You have to do everything online out here. So I did it for the school they were talking about sending him to yesterday. Cut out the middleman. I don't need y'all. As long as I'm registered with y'all school, I don't need y'all to put him in that school. He good to go. So y'all playing games. And I told her, I said, it's weird to me. Now hear me out, you guys. And I'm going to tell you the gist of what it is. And I know it is. And I be fine on a daily basis. Now, if I don't listen to my discernment and I go against the grain, that's when stuff gets chaotic and mayhem get to set up. I went on and registered him for that school. He's fine. I'll wait for them to call me. But as far as my son going back to that school, and then y'all saying it's going to be an emergency lockdown today where y'all ringing all the bells, that's going to set my son off. He cried for an hour when he woke up. I said, listen, you're going back to you see, he's back there chilling now. He hid his phone. He took the phone. He hid it because he's thinking in his head, oh, my mom is not going to take me nowhere because she know I needs my phone. We're going to waste. She's going to look for the phone. That's in his head. My mom's going to look for this phone all day long and won't take me to school because I hid my phone. He hid his phone. Anybody know Samaje? He's not hiding that phone. He is not dodging that door without his phone. For him, to hide the phone, I look everywhere. When I eventually go back home, I have to thoroughly look for it. But I know it was a sign to me saying, Mom, I don't want to go back to this. Yeah. I don't know what you did with the phone, but it's okay. We're going, yeah, we're going back. Yeah, I know. I don't know what you did with it, but trust and assured, when I come back home, when you get out of school, you will have the phone. Um, yeah, I just don't know what he did with it. Now, if I have to pull out stoves and refrigerators and do my due diligence, that's what I have to do. I think I'm in the wrong line again. But he's going back to his old school. Now, like I said, I found out the process to put him in the school they were talking about putting him in. And it doesn't consist of them reaching out to his old school, talking to his old teachers. What's the use of talking? Let me tell you something. The school my son was in and he's going to now, it is the best school in that side of town. I don't care where somebody from and they hear that school name, they say, oh, that's the best school for kids with autism, ADHD. How did you get your son in this school? The lady that was over the school district. Point blank simple. If I tell you the name of my son's school, the school has a reputation of being the best school in that city, state, and town for dealing with kids with autism. You guys has witnesses. He goes to the school and has never had NT problems ever. Ever. I have never had to rush back and something happened. They weren't watching my child. He had a time. Never. They bring my son out every day. They hug me and kiss me. And I told you they hated for somebody to go. They say, man, we'll come and get him. Oh, I don't care where you. Best school ever. Now he going back to that school today. Tomorrow he'll be going back to that school. Monday, I'm gonna investigate what's going on and I'm gonna call the other school. Like I said, they're blatantly lying. In order for my son to go to the school that specializes in special needs in a suburb we is, he has to be registered in that school district, which he already is. We paid the registration fee, all that. All they had to do is to say, Angela, you have to go back on, your registration is complete with us, but what you need to do is go back online and register with this such and such school. They will call you. We will send them the IEP and he will be placed in the appropriate school he needs to. They can further assist you and they can meet your child's needs, something that we really don't want to say we're not capable of doing because we're in the suburbs and we want to portray like we're so freaking perfect. But see, you're playing with the right person because I see through people. You guys are transparent to me. And what y'all really want to know is how the, excuse my French, but how the fuck did you get that condo and how are you living out here in these suburbs? That's what you really wanted. That's what she was itching to ask me on the phone, but I feel like it ain't none of your business, lady, for me to tell you my history. And you already told me from the jump. We depend on how he do today. We won't keep him. We have to send him to another school. So I can save all that skipping into the sunset and telling somebody my bio and my memoirs to the new school. Somebody at the new school. Now you talking about if you did call these people, they know you guys are crazy. Because they're looking at you guys like we gave you Samaj's IEP, which y'all can't read. Now, yeah, like we gave you guys Samaj's IEP. It's telling you what Samaj needs A through G. And then they call me, oh, we need you to continue to bring them to school. We can't add them to the school bus. Nope, it's no problem, baby. He's 5 minutes from the school. I'd rather him be 5 minutes than an hour and a half away. Y'all know not to add him. Y'all know not to add him to the school bus route because he's not. Y'all know that y'all can't accommodate him at that school. So what y'all really trying to beat around the bush and say, we're not going to add him to the school bus pickup list because we feel he's not a good fit for this school. So why even add him? So we're gonna just continue to bring your son so we can experiment on him and observe him and watch him closely because we don't believe nothing in this IEP. IEP is a contract. It's a binding contract between me and the school that wrote it. It's maybe 20 people that sit around a round table and say, Samaj needs this, Samaj needs that, Samaj can't do this, Samaj can't do that. So if you, wherever he goes in life, that contract will follow him. It's telling people in 50 pages or less what type of child he is, how to treat him, what he needs, his strengths, his weaknesses. He can't tie his shoe. He can't put his shoes on. He likes Doritos. He doesn't eat. He's a vegetarian. It tells you everything in those documents. Now, if you guys took it upon yourself and didn't read it right off the bat and put him in the appropriate school he needs to be, and I continue to take my son to that school and he throws a tantrum and hurts himself, I'll never forgive myself for not doing what I'm doing right now, taking the initiative to take him back to school while I know he's safe. I know that they can't set him off when no emergency lockdown and he be in there doing like this because all the bells and the noises is making him go berserk. Y'all sent the email saying y'all gonna have an emergency lockdown to my spam, to my junk mail on purpose so I wouldn't see it. For the person like me, I saw it, and he's not coming there today. I'm so sorry. So y'all don't got to experiment on him today. Here, baby. He will be back at his old school today and tomorrow. And when I get through doing what I have to do today, I'll reach out to the school that they were talking about they were going to refer him to because I already registered him online for that school. So I'm not going to play these games with you guys under no circumstances. Y'all not finna get my son in there and he's a lab rat to you guys. And she's on the phone. Oh, I want the best for Samaj. All after y'all blatantly disrespecting him. Oh, his name can't be Samaj because it doesn't have the little thingy behind the J. Oh, his name is spelled Samaj, but his name doesn't have the little thingy. I said, you're talking about a hyphen? Yeah, hyphen. It was another student named Samaj, but they had that little thingy. For you guys to be administrators at a school, You guys don't know what the definition of a hyphen. You guys are talking about a hyphen behind the J. Whether I put the hyphen behind the J or not, his name is Samaj. And if you call him anything other than Samaj, he's gonna ignore you. He's gonna ignore you anyway because he doesn't like you. He's not going back to the school. I started the registration process for the school they were saying they were going to send him to anyway when I met the principal. So I done went through the principal yesterday, met up with the principal. She done walked him to the class yesterday. Ended my night off by talking to the vice principal on the phone at 8:30, 9:30, and 10 last night. Lady, what made you be okay to call me at 8:30 at night? Because you want to hear. Yes, baby. You want to. It's only one more. If I give it to you, you won't have one for lunch. It's only one more. It's only one more. If I give it to you, you won't have anything for lunch. You want something else? You want a milk? You don't want it? Oh well, I don't know. You want a juice? You want a juice? Okay. You called me at 8:30 last night to listen to what was going on in my background, to see how Samaje acted while I was on the phone with you for a whole hour and a half. You wanted to know if I had a man, a boyfriend. That's what you physically wanted to know. You see bitches meet you when they want to know a little bit more because you're mysterious. You intrigue them. They really be lightweight inspired by you. And I don't want to hear nobody tell me, oh, you always think that way. So far, I think that way so good because I done dodged a lot of bullets by having this mentality, and I always been right. If I'm right on these expressways and it ain't never been no catastrophe, I think I can pretty much judge a person because people are transparent to me. I can walk in the room and scan the room and read the room and tell you who all liars, cheaters, compulsive gamblers, scrippers, 304s. I can read the room instantly. I could tell you who got integrity and who is just a blamed scum bucket. Always been that way. Yeah, baby. Give me the juice so I can open it. Always been that way. I got a good judge of character. Very good. Very good. Very good. So I put lip gloss on there. For her to call me at 8:30 at night, she wanted to see what type of parent I was. She wanted to see if I was screaming at Samaje, if I had to constantly say, stop, Samaje, get down. And I reminded her at the end of the phone call. I say, man, listen, we've been on the phone for a long time, over an hour. You heard Samaje in the background. You heard him being very independent. You didn't hear him screaming, yelling, stomping, flipping, none of that. Everything you say he was doing in school today. Oh, he stood up on the chair. Oh, he was throwing blocks. Oh, he kicked a couple of people. That mean y'all were doing something to him. Y'all had him in a situation that he didn't like. That mean he were around all adults, no children. I walked him in the classroom. Y'all had to immediately remove him out of the classroom. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, he's so handsome. And when she said that, I said, you were either in the classroom with him or he was with you. Which one? Oh, he was in my office. Bam. Why was he in your office? Because we didn't have a seeker yeah. So you telling me stuff I already had a gut intuition of knowing. So today you ain't do no VP, no vice principal work, none. You were Samaje's quote unquote babysitter today because you wanted to pick his brain. You wanted to then after you got home, you wanted to call me and pick my brain, but you got picked like a booger. Don't ever try to pick my brain, ever. You got picked, dug, and flicked like a booger. Look at the state troopers. Look at the state troopers. Look at the state troopers. They done pull somebody over. Look at the state troopers. State troopers pull somebody over. State police done pull somebody over. Anyway, let me shut up. They come for me. Anyway, yeah. You called me at 8:30 at night trying to pick my brain and get some information. And you telling me, oh, you're divorced. I don't care, lady. What does that have to do with Samaj's well-being and his education? And I only stayed in my marriage is because my husband. Oh, is that my cue? Oh, so you're open. See, people will open up to you, hoping and wishing and praying that you will open up to them and tell them your story. Well, let me go ahead and introduce myself and tell her my story and pull on her hard strings. Bitch, I don't know you from a can of paint. I don't know what you're saying is true and authentic or not. Because I didn't see you yesterday. I didn't get a chance to look in your eyes. I didn't get a chance to read you, if you will. You were hiding. But why if you waited for me to walk out the school and you took over with Samaje, why you why I tell you why you're wearing a mask, you're lying. Everything you're telling me, you're lying. You're trying to pull on my heartstrings so I can open up to you and tell you my business. I know she went back. I know she back at the school today. Oh, Angela went cracked. I still don't know nothing about what's going on with his home and how they landed their self in the suburbs and what made them come. Yeah. So go on back to school and tell them how you couldn't crack on me by getting some information on me. Me telling you my background and what I went through. It don't have nothing to do with somebody. I want the best for my child and I want him to have the best education, whether he had autism, ADHD, schizophrenia, or whatever else mental health issues are out of there. He's not on medication. It's under control. He has manners. He has home training. He has sympathy. And he has empathy. Hey, think I won with that one. He's not gonna want something and not know how to express himself and be back to kicking me in the head because I can't figure it out. I'ma always have it with me and have a variety of things so I can say somebody, you hold on. You might not can word juice, but do you want a juice? You might not can word juice pouch, a smoothie pouch, or applesauce pouch. Yeah, but here they are. Or do you want a milk? Or do you want this? Or do you want that? Yeah. Other moms that out, they run around like a chicken with its head cut off because they're trying to find out what their child wants because they're lady, you don't know my son from a can of paint. So you think I'm finna let some all these 10, 11 people that came together collectively and me. So virtually everybody knew my child came and sat down at a table and said, you write 5 pages, you write 5 pages, you write 5 pages, mom, you write your 5 pages. And if you feel like any of the 5 pages each of us wrote, you can raise your hand and say, I object, I change it, take it off. So you think all of us wrote the 50-page IEP for you to meet my son one day and go back and want to change anything? Baby, what you smoking? DICK? It's no way I'm going to let you go in. And can I get over? Thank you. It's no way that I'm going to ever let you go in on my son's IEP and change anything. You don't know him. You don't know him at all. Baby, can I get over again? I'm sorry. Thank you. Sorry. We're good now. Anyway, do you think you met my son for one day? Do you think I'm finna let you go in and change anything on my... I feel like, no. He's gonna forever need somebody in his classroom that's dedicated one-on-one to watching him. Always. Always. It's just the way it is. You're gonna constantly have to watch Samaje. He has autism. He will elope. He will run. He's a runner. He's a track star. He will slip out of someone and wander off. That's why IEP is in place to tell y'all what's going on with him. But I need to talk to all these people. What the fuck you need to talk to them for? Okay, you want to talk to them, but me on the other hand, I'm gonna turn up. I'm gonna contact the school y'all talking about referring him to anyway. And furthermore, I'm waiting on the superintendent to call me so me and her can be saying, oh yeah, Angie, you're smart as hell. You know all this. I don't even know why they playing with you. You ain't a rookie. Yeah. That's why y'all panic. Y'all panic when I said, who is the super? And they wouldn't tell me. Don't worry about it. Doop, 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 doop. Got on the phone and called. Find out who. Yeah. That's why they panicked and had the vice principal call me last night. Like, I'm gonna calm her down. I don't want her to reach out to the superintendent so she can tell the superintendent what's going on here. Ain't wrong. And I'm gonna keep calling her. Target her. If they don't need anybody, if anybody else bring their child to this school, I believe they should accommodate them. If they can't, they shouldn't waste a moment reaching out to a school that will accommodate my son. See, I had time today. I really don't have time today because I got to be somewhere at 9 o'clock. So I'm really going to try to, and I'm not nowhere near where I need to be, but I bet you with God, I'm going to make it. Because one thing I know, God don't play about Samaje and I. God do not play about Samaje and I. Amen. Oh, I'm waiting on. They probably waiting on what you waiting on. to get him what he needs in school. And I can go back to the school right now and say, yup, he went to the school yesterday. I don't feel safe. Somebody is going to hurt himself. They don't have anybody there watching him. They're going to say, no problem, Angela. Bring him back here. He can stay here as long as he needs to stay. We told you we will send a bus out there to get somebody. The new school won't call me back. Or they won't. Because they know by that initial phone call last night, they hiding something. They trying to be slick. They're trying to be very much coy, very much sly, very much manipulative. I know the red flags, lady. Now you probably would have yanked me when somebody was when I was green about autism, when I was green about not knowing. Baby, I'm a professional. Mm-mm. She was like, "Oh, you so knowledgeable. You can actually start a business with all that you know." I know, lady. I'm not just good. I'm good at everything. Not to brag, not to boast, or not to brag, but I'm good at a lot of stuff. I master a lot of stuff. What they say, spade. What is it? Some spade of all trades, deuce of none, deuce of all trades, spade of none. Yeah, that's me. My picture needs to be next to that, epiphany in the dictionary. Yeah. I'm good at everything, lady. Hey, not to toot my horn, but I just am. I'm multi-talented. Some people just multi-talented. They get it. They can see it one time and they got to master. I don't need you to do it over and over. Just do it one time. And once I see you do it, I can do it too. Take me there one time. All I need is one time. My memory, I got it down packed. You can say something, and after you say it, I can recite it. I can repeat it word from word. Yeah. So don't ever tell me that. Oh, I didn't say that. Oh, I didn't do that. Oh, yes, you did. Don't try to rewrite my history. Don't try to confuse me, because I know what I heard. Because I don't trust people, so I'm gonna be more of a listener than a talker. When you talk, I talk to y'all because I'm putting y'all up on game. But as far as me meeting somebody and running off at the mouth, baby, that's a sign of weakness. It's a sign of weakness. That's what the vice principal thought I was going to do last night. Just be yapping on the phone, telling her all my business so she can go back and be like, girl, she got out here because his father is A, B, and T. I got all her background because I opened up to her and she started opening up to me and I gained her trust and she put her guard down and she just started spilling the beans. And wrong one, lady. I don't trust nobody. So while you talking, in my head gonna be percolating what I supposed to do with this information. She's telling me this information because she wants me to put my guard down and give her a long drawn out history of my life, which is not gonna happen. I'm here to get somebody education. I don't have time to swap divorce stories with you, horror stories with you, none of that. And you can blatantly hear in the background, Samaje's just fine. I never had to say stop, don't do that, get over here, what are you doing? He probably, you were on speakerphone, lady, so So he probably heard your voice, and, and panic started to set in. And he said, "Oh my God, I hear that lady voice. I really don't want to go back to that school. So what can for me not going back to that school? Let me hide my phone. If I hide my phone, wake up, mommy's not going to be able to find my phone. Therefore, I won't go to school." I woke him up. He was crying hysterically right off the bat. "Samaje, come on. Come on." Right off the bat, he started crying. "You ain't got to worry about going back to that school. I will not take you back to that school. If this is what this tantrum about." I see him back there calm, cool, and collected. He was upset. No, he was upset. Oh, this traffic is gonna kill me. We got this. We got it. We got it. We claiming it. We got it. It's traffic, baby. I know I won't be able to. Thinking of everything that I won't be able to take in this building with me. They is weird as F. No, I won't be able to take this. Probably none of these lip glosses in the court building. Oh. So we're doing all this trying to navigate. Just like this judge. All the other times I appeared in court on time, she always made me and my lawyers sit there for 2 hours until she called all the court cases. Let me be late today. She gonna make sure she called that case. She gonna act like she's so mad. "Oh my God, Angela's late. How could she? Da 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 da." Let me call her case. I don't see her in here. My motherfucking case to be the first one she called. Yeah. And my lawyer right there. He could be telling her, "Oh, Miss, you should be here on time." You know, that's the weird shit I got to put up with. Weird as fuck. When I left out as early as I possibly can, and was fighting a tantrum. Was fighting a tantrum. Fighting it. Yeah, I don't know what you did with your phone, but I bet you when I get back home, I'm gonna find it. I will find it. Or not, and just make you just go get it. You might be happy and jolly when you get out of school and come right in the door and go right to what you did with the phone. Cause I don't know what the hell you did with it. Yeah. All because he didn't want to go back to the school. I get it. Samaje would have never, ever misplaced that phone. And you know what I just thought about? Depending on if it's dead or not, I can do find my iPhone. Yeah. I can do find my iPhone off of my phone, right? But I'm trying to see if it's dead, can you still do find my phone? We gonna figure it out. We gonna figure, or he just won't have a phone. Cause I'm trying. One yesterday was the very first day precisely that I didn't have back pain. I did not have back pain. I didn't have to do a whole bunch of driving. I wasn't on the steering wheel like this. I didn't have back pain. It felt so out of the norm for me not to have back pain. It was weird. But I will sacrifice having back pain for my sons to be in a safe school, in a safe, loving environment. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead. Whatever. Like, yeah, I just don't know. I'm not finna do this with this bus at all. I'm finna do it. Period. Hold on, y'all. Somebody calling me. And he was in a state of panic then. And I see he didn't want to go. He was crying. Tears were there rolling down his cheeks. And him go to that school, it would have carried on throughout the school day. He already been set off right off jump right off the bat. Then they say they had the worst day of his life. He didn't have his phone to emotionate, regulate his emotions. He didn't have a phone. Then he didn't know how to voice it. He didn't know how to word it. So he threw a tantrum. He did not want to go to that school. I saw it. He was in distraught. He was distraught. Then for my mommy to say, you're going to this school, I'm going to beat somebody up. One of them teachers, the vice president, come in my face again. She going to get it. They would have ended up calling me, and I would have had to say, oh, man, I'm in court. They would have been, oh, what you in court for? No. Drop them off to the old school. Go on about my business. Miss Samaje, y'all was out of school yesterday. What happened? I don't have a problem saying. Took him to the new school. He's not safe. Can he please stay here? No problem, Angela. No problem. I told you we will try to work with him. Let us try to put him. I don't have time. To be honest, be transparent. I don't have time to lie. Yeah, I don't have time to. You better not throw anything out of that window. And I get a ticket for loitering, mister. Don't throw things out of that window. I can get a ticket. Let me just let your window up. Don't throw things out the window out here. Get a ticket for that, Samaje. Do I have time for that? No, I don't. Let me just let your window up. Because I see you getting a little bit excited because you know where we're going. So, do you? Me, on the other hand, I'm not going to turn up. You can turn up, but I'm not. But yeah. They asked what somebody, he went to new school. It was horrible. Please don't make us go back to that horrid place. He's not safe. They like, girl, chill. You don't got to go back. Stay here till you figure it out. Stay here. What they gonna say? No, we're kicking you out. We're kicking you out because you made this decision to move in the suburbs and then wanted to take somebody away from us. So we're gonna make you pay by saying no, we can't come back. They're not gonna say that. We're here. They don't have a seeker. They don't have a peer professional to watch them in the classroom. I'm scared to death. My son don't want to be there. He will wait till everybody's distracted, and they know that. They know that. Hence, that's why they locked him in the vice principal's office. Because they don't want to be responsible for a child that we can't accommodate his needs, and that he sensed that, and he ran out the school. So they locked him in the vice principal. Oh, he was in my office all day yesterday. I brought back, what type of things he like? You don't even have to worry with your pretty little face. I don't even know if you're pretty because you didn't introduce yourself to me yesterday. I met the principal. But baby, that's for me to know and for you never to find out, because he will not be coming back there. For you can lock him in a office with you until you find out what you want to do with Samaje. He's not a lab rat. He's not a circus freak act. He doesn't need to be analyzed and studied. I'm going to take him back to where he's cared for. They understand him. And they're going to provide the things he needs. They're not going to pull and destroy the soles off of his brand new shoes like some evil little witches. What possessed all to take his shoes and pull the rubber back so his shoe brand new shoes? But see, that comes back to how I think strategically, and say don't put him on the Jordans. I bet y'all wouldn't have been able to pull the soles off of them Jordans. But some just said don't. This is a test run. So put him in the bare minimum. They pulled the soles. They did that. He would never destroy his tennis shoes. He's like any other kid. Even though he has autism, he know he got some brand new shoes. Look at my motherfucking shoe game. Like any other kid. Ooh, shit. My mama got the best taste. She be hooking me up. She be trusting the hell out of me. He think like that, even though he got autism. Yeah. So you can't tell me my son sat on both shoes. So we can go that route, or we can go this route. So you say he was in your office yesterday. So he was that bored to tears where you sat there and let him play with a shoe that he walked on the ground on. Even though it was new, he had to walk in the school and around the school. And then so you sat there and while he was in your office. And you sat there and let him some kind of way hold the shoe with one hand and peel not only one shoe, but both shoes. That ain't the school for my son. Whichever way, whichever lane you want to take. Y'all be at TCHs either pulled them off because y'all was trying to be dirty and funny, or y'all wasn't watching him and just said, "Oh, so what? He's pulling the soles off his shoes. Let's let him." Anyway, it go. I don't want my son around y'all witches. Oh, he did that to his shoes, which I know he would never do. And even if he did, you sat there and let him destroy his brand new shoes. Y'all did that because y'all feel like I got OCD. Y'all feel like I think I'm perfect. That's why y'all kept calling me up to the school. Oh, we need his IEP again. Oh, we need. So I had to run up to the school 3 times. And each time they saying, "Oh, she's Johnny on the spot. We got her. We know what type. We know what type of person she is. We know what type of woman she is." We called her 3 times and said we need a copy, even though she gave us a copy. But she said Johnny on the spot. She lives right up the street, by the way, in those beautiful condos. We tried to get an apartment in there. They wouldn't let us. Oh, by the way, she drives a Mercedes. We drive a Hyundai. Did you see her walking here with her Gucci purse? Did you see all those diamonds and gold? Who does she think she is? Oh, and her son was dressed to the teeth today. So she really thinks she's perfect. We gotta fuck it up. We gotta just stick our hand and make it messy. Yeah, I know. That's the story of my life. It's always been the story when I initially meet somebody. They do something evil to me. And right in that moment, they're doing the evil deed. I have to think, what's more important to me? This baby, I don't know. We're almost here, okay? We're on our way. I have to go back to that ratchet, evil school ever again. Mommy have to break her back and get a back brace. She's gonna make sure you go to the school where you're safe at, okay? Now, when people have done that to me in the past, you have to be emotionally intelligent. You have to think, what is more important? What's more important right now? Right at this sec. Proving a point or doing what's right? I'm gonna do what's right. I'm not gonna try to prove a point and send him back there when y'all told me y'all can't accommodate him. He shouldn't have to be at school and locked in the vice principal's office, and you try to run around and get toys and get blocks and bring them in your office because you trying to analyze him like a lab rat and get in touch with his old school. I hope somebody call you back today. Oh, boop, boop. I hope somebody call you back and say, oh, Samaj's here with us. He's back here with us today. That would be freaking hilarious. That would be the gag nation. The gag tribe, gag city, gag town, gag of the suburbs. If the vice principal called the school today and they say, oh, Samaj's right here with us, you gonna know what type of mama I am. I outsmarted your evil ass. She gonna be like, oh my God, he was here yesterday. I talked to his mom an hour and a half last night on the phone. And you did. You can manipulate me into believing them lies that you were spearing out. You ducked and you dodged me because I didn't meet the vice principal yesterday. I met the principal. So where did she come in the picture at? After I walked out the door? So she's gone. You come get Samaj now. You don't have to see her. You probably in your office watching me walk to my car. You probably know how I look, but I don't know a thing about you, lady. For somebody handling my son, don't you think I wanted to meet you, want to look at you, I want to greet you? But you waited till I dropped my son off at your school and crept out of your little hole like a rat and scooped my son up because you knew if anything would have happened to my son in that school, I would have sued the pants off of y'all ass. So yeah, it's giving me a headache, even thinking about how motherfuckers try to be so slick and sly, but they don't know they dealing with a professional. This is a BC. Got a headache talking about these demons and devils, because that's what they'll do, drain the energy out of you. Even me here talking about them, they can feel that. Hope I don't die. I got this water from KFC Monday. Yeah, we're almost here, sweetie. Yay, give me a high five. He getting happy, excited. Yeah, but we're almost here. He's getting ecstatic. He know where we going. We're almost there, baby.